Hey yo, it's your boy Caleko. Today on Mining America, I had originally planned on having a video about using DeShine products and getting to your final polish. Yet, I thought I could make the color a little bit better in that stone, and I went cutting and I lost some color in some area, and then I decided to cut the stones in half and keep grinding on them, and now I have 2 stones, and I'm going to make a video about that tomorrow during a live stream. So catch me tomorrow live about 5 p.m. Central, so about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I plan on doing a live stream, cutting those stones. I found some blue and purple in them. Besides that, I've got some really interesting ring stones already right now. But today's video is going to be about something different. It's going to be about something that pisses me off. And I tell you what, I can't stand people like this guy. These guys, there's a few of them, and they deserve whatever happens to them. What they should do is they should try to just break even, but I'll get into that later. I'm sort of jumping ahead of myself. These guys got me fired up, and to tell you the truth, I worked an 8-hour day today. I walked 2 miles to work. I walked 2 miles home from work, and I'm a bit tired after the day I put in because my whole day was on my feet, and I was washing tables, and it was my first day working at this restaurant. And I put in a good day's work, and I said something in my last video about it being a crappy job. It's not really a crappy job. It's just the pay's not very good. And that's really what I was thinking, is the pay's not good. The whole crew I worked with, I liked everybody. It's not a bad place to work. I just wish it would have more money for me. But I think everybody wishes they had more money when they were working, right? And I'm totally like rambling a little bit right now. But there is an article that I'm going to read to you guys. And I'm going to steal some of the pictures out of the article to show you what's in the article. And this stuff just pissed me off. So I'll read the article to you, and then I'll come back and show you and talk to you more about it. Not show you. I'm not going to show you anything. I'm going to talk to you more about it. So, more of that right after this. All right, so this article is originally published by the New York Times. I picked it up through Facebook and the Seattle Herald, I think it was. It's written by Jack Nickus. So I want to give him all the credit because this is not like my research or anything. But I have a feeling that these assholes, yeah, they're assholes, contacted him because they were like, ooh, maybe if you bring publicity to what we did, maybe people will help us. Yet, I'm going to tell you right now, the other day, I couldn't find any alcohol or any hand sanitizer. I was like, hey, I don't got any. I should buy a bottle or two. And I went to the store near me, and there was none. And then I got on Amazon, and I found that there were travel size hand sanitizer bottles were selling for $15, and I saw another one was $60, and I was like, who the hell's going to pay $60 for a regular bottle of hand sanitizer and $15 for a bottle of hand sanitizer that's travel size? Like, that's crazy. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not buying that crap. I'll just wash up. I bought some extra rubber gloves. I already have my N95 masks, and my whole family does. You know, so I thought that was crazy. Now, I ran up upon this article today, and this gets under my skin. Now, it's a rather long article, but I'm still going to read it word for word to you guys. On March 1st, the day after the first coronavirus death in the United States was announced, brothers Matt and Noah Colvin set out in a silver SUV to pick up some hand sanitizer. Driving around Chattanooga, Tennessee, they hit a Dollar Tree, then a Walmart, a Staples, and a Home Depot. At each store, they cleaned out the shelves. Over the next 3 days, Noah Colvin took a 1,300-mile road trip across Tennessee and into Kentucky, filling a U-Haul truck with thousands of bottles of hand sanitizer and thousands of packs of antibacterial wipes. Mostly from little hole-in-the-wall dollar stores in the backwoods, his brother said. The major metro areas were cleaned out. Matt Colvin stayed home near Chattanooga, preparing for pallets of even more wipes and sanitizer he had ordered, and starting to list them on Amazon. Mr. Colvin said he had posted 300 bottles of hand sanitizer and immediately sold them for between $8 and $70 each. Multiples higher than what he had bought them for. To him, it was crazy money. To many others, it was profiteering from a pandemic. And that's where I am. It is profiteering from a pandemic. It is the worst way to make money, is to try and gouge people when they might be desperate for something that might literally help them and possibly save their lives. I'm not saying it's going to, but that's where the mentality is on somebody trying to make money off this, and it gets under my skin, as I said previously. I digress. I'm going to get back to reading. The next day, Amazon pulled his items and thousands of other listings for sanitizer, wipes, and face masks. The company suspended some of the sellers behind the listings and warned many others that if they keep running up prices, they'd lose their accounts. eBay soon followed with an even stricter measure prohibiting any U.S. sales of masks or sanitizer. I think that's a little bit far. Now, while millions of people across the country search in vain for hand sanitizer to protect themselves from the spread of the coronavirus, Mr. Colvin is sitting on 17,700 bottles of the stuff with little idea of where to sell them. Good for him. That's, fuck him. It's been a huge amount of whiplash, he said. From beginning in a situation where what I've got coming and going could potentially put my family in a really good place financially, to what the heck am I going to do with all of this? Mr. Colvin is one of probably thousands of sellers who have amassed stockpiles of hand sanitizer and crucial respirator masks that many hospitals are now rationing. According to interviews with 8 Amazon sellers and posts in private Facebook and Telegram groups from dozens more, Amazon said it had recently removed hundreds of thousands of listings and suspended thousands of sellers' accounts for price gouging related to the coronavirus. Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and other... I got a mosquito. Maybe it's not a mosquito, it's really small. Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and other online commerce platforms are trying to stop their sellers from making excess profits from a public health crisis. While the companies aim to discourage people from hoarding such products and jacking up their prices, many sellers had already cleared out their local stores and started selling the goods online. Now, both the physical and digital shelves are completely empty. Michaela Kozlowski, a nurse in Dudley, Mass., has been searching for hand sanitizer since before she gave birth to her first child, Nora, on March 5th. When she searched stores which were sold out, she skipped getting gas to avoid handling the pump, and when she checked Amazon, she couldn't find it for less than $50. $50 for a bottle of hand sanitizer. And it's not like a gallon or a jug, it's a bottle of hand sanitizer. You're going to be selfish hoarding resources for your own personal gain, she said to the sellers. Sites like Amazon and eBay have given rise to a growing industry of independent sellers who snatch up discounted or hard-to-find items in stores and post online and sell around the world. That's not the same thing. These sellers call it retail arbitrage. It's not the same as what we're talking about right here. A 21st century career that has adults buying up everything from limited-run cereals to fingerling monkeys, a once hot toy. The bargain hunters look for anything they can sell at a sharp markup. In recent weeks, they found perhaps their biggest opportunity, a pandemic. As they watch the list of Amazon's most popular searches crowd with terms like Purell, N95 mask, and Clorox wipes, sellers said they did what they had learned to do. Suck up supply and sell it for what the market would bear. Initially, the strategy worked. For several weeks, prices soared for some of the top results to searches for sanitizer, masks, and wipes on Amazon. According to a New York Times analyst of historical prices from Jungle Scout, which tracks data for Amazon sellers. The data shows that both Amazon and third-party sellers like Mr. Colvin increased their prices, which then mostly dropped when Amazon took action against price gouging this month. At the high price, people still bought the products en masse, and Amazon took a cut, roughly 15%, and eBay roughly 10%, depending on the price and the seller. Then the companies, pressured by growing criticism from regulators and customers, cracked down. After the measures last week, Amazon went further on Wednesday, restricting sales of any coronavirus-related products from certain sellers. Price gouging is a clear violation of our policies, unethical and in some areas illegal, Amazon said in a statement. In addition to terminating these third-party accounts, we welcome the opportunity to work directly with states' attorney general to prosecute bad actors. Sure they do, now. Mr. Colvin, 36, a former Air Force technical sergeant, said he started selling on Amazon in 2015, developed into a six-figure career by selling Nike shoes and pet toys, and by following trends. In early February, as headlines announced the coronavirus spread in China, Mr. Colvin spotted a chance to capitalize. A nearby liquidation firm was selling 2,000 pandemic packs, leftovers from a defunct company. Each came with 50 face masks, 4 small bottles of hand sanitizer, and a thermometer. The price was $5 a pack. Mr. Colvin haggled it to $3.50 and bought them all. He quickly sold all 2,000 of the 50 packs of masks on eBay, pricing them from $40 to $50 each and sometimes higher. He declined to disclose his profit on the record, but said that it was substantial. The success stoked his appetite when he saw the panicked public starting to pounce on sanitizer and wipes. He and his brother set out to stock up. Elsewhere in the country, other Amazon sellers were doing the same. Chris Anderson, an Amazon seller in central Pennsylvania, said he and his friends had driven around Ohio buying about 10,000 masks from stores. He used coupons to buy packs of 10 for around $15 each and resold them for $40 or $50 each. After Amazon's cuts and other costs, he estimated he made $25,000 profit. Mr. Anderson is now holding 500 packs of antibacterial wipes after Amazon blocked him from selling them for $19 each, up from $16 weeks earlier. He bought the packs for around $3 each. Eric, a truck driver from Ohio who spoke on the condition that his surname not be published because he feared Amazon would retaliate, said he had also collected about 10,000 masks at stores. He bought each 10-pack for about $20 and sold most roughly for $80, though some he priced at $125. Even at $125 a box, they were selling almost instantly, he said. It was mind-blowing as far as what you could charge. He estimated that he made $35,000 to $40,000 in profit. Now he has 1,000 more masks on order, but he's not sure what to do with them. He said Amazon has been vague about what constitutes price gouging, scaring away sellers who don't want to risk losing their ability to sell on its site. To regulators and many others, the sellers are sitting on a stockpile of medical supplies during a pandemic. The Attorney General's office in California, Washington, and New York are all investigating price gouging related to the coronavirus. California's price gouging laws bars sellers from increasing prices by more than 10% after officials declare an emergency. New York's law prohibits sellers from charging an unconsciously excessive price during emergencies. An official at the Washington Attorney General's office said the agency believed it could apply to the state's consumer protection law to sue platforms or sellers even if they weren't in Washington, as long as they were trying to sell to Washington residents. Tennessee, where Mr. Colvin lives, has a price gouging law that bars people from charging unreasonable prices for essential goods and services, including gasoline, in direct responses to a disaster, according to a state website. On Saturday, after the Times published this article, the Tennessee Attorney General's office said it had sent investigators to Mr. Colvin's home, given him a cease and desist letter, and was now investigating his case. Mr. Colvin does not believe he was price gouging. While he charged $20 on Amazon for 2 bottles of Purell that retail for $1 each, he said people forget that his price includes his labor, Amazon's fees, and about $10 in shipping. Alcohol-based sanitizer is pricey to ship because officials consider it a hazardous material. Current price gouging laws are not built for today's day and age, Mr. Colvin said. They're built for Billy Bob's gas station doubling the amount he charges for gas during a hurricane. He added, just because it cost me $2 in the store doesn't mean it's going to cost me $16. Doesn't mean it's not going to cost me $16 to get it to your door. But what about the morality of hoarding products that can prevent the spread of a virus just to turn a profit? Mr. Colvin said he was simply fixing inefficiencies in the marketplace. Some areas of the country need these products more than others, and he's helping send the supply towards the demand. Yeah, scumbaggery. There's a crushingly overwhelming demand in certain cities right now, he said. The Dollar General in the middle of nowhere outside Lexington, KY, doesn't have that. He thought about it more. I honestly feel like it's a public service, he added. I'm being paid for my public service. He's a scumbag. Man, you can rewrite anything in your brain if you try hard enough. You're stealing the ability from people in those areas that live next to that little dollar store in the middle of nowhere. There are people that live out there that now they can't get this stuff, you scumbag. Ugh. As for his stockpile, Mr. Colvin said he would now probably try to sell it locally. If I can make a slight profit, that's fine, he said, but I'm not looking to be in a situation where I make the front page of the news for being the guy who hoarded 20,000 bottles of sanitizer now that I'm selling 20,000 bottles of sanitizer that I'm selling for 20 times what they cost me. 20 times what they cost him. 20 times! Douchebaggery! After the Times published this article on Saturday morning, Mr. Colvin said he was exploring ways to donate all the supplies. Exploring ways, Mr. Colvin, or that you're going to donate all the supplies? Go out, fill your truck up, go out into the public square, wherever you live, and start giving it away. Find 4 people, pay them $10 an hour, have them knock on people's doors, and leave hand sanitizer for free at every one of those people's doors. Show a video of you giving boxes of hand sanitizer to each of the, what are they called? Food kitchens and hospitals and not schools because they're closed. Anywhere where there's people at, you need to give that stuff away, man, because you need to pay back your scumbaggery. It is such the biggest and most horrible way to try and make a profit. It's not good business. It's bad business. Good business is finding Beanie Babies right before they go hot and then having them and selling them for 20 times what they were worth 2 weeks ago. It's not the same thing when you take an essential item from people that could have gotten it at a store, maybe have bought 5 or 6 and thought that was going to be more than they needed. Instead, you and your friends and other people like you run for thousands of miles and buy tens of thousands of items to keep it out of other people's hands, so then you can be the only person with the lock on the sale and charge $50 or $20 for something that costs $1 is insane. Oh my God, it pisses me off. You need to have your ass kicked, sir. That was obviously the end of the article. And it pisses me off. It really, really, really inflames me. It makes me extremely angry. I understand why those prices were what they were on Amazon. I think Amazon is wrong and eBay is wrong to just not let people sell any of them. Hey, I even don't have a problem paying double. But if you get to the point where you're trying to charge 20 times, or 50 times, that's absolutely crazy. $125 for the N95 masks. I saw some of those. My mask cost me $10. I got a new mask, not just my carving mask. I have another mask. And it cost me $15 more than it did the week before I bought it. And I thought about buying them when I first heard about this thing, but then I waited a minute. And that was a little bit stupid. But I have 2 N95 masks. I have the one that I carved my stones with, and I have a brand new one sitting in my bedroom. But I sure as hell didn't think, hey, I can go and make a crap ton of money by buying every single, I didn't have the money, but buying every single N95 mask out there and then charging $300 for them. I'm sure there's going to be people that do that. Guaranteed there's going to be somebody that does that crap or has already tried. This gets under my skin. I'm sure it gets under your skin too. I've included some pictures through this. It's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit angering. And now you know why you can't find any hand sanitizer, is because it's not, this has probably happened by a bunch of people. There's probably a ton of people that were doing retail arbitrage, because there are a ton of people that do retail arbitrage. In the Walmart near my house, there is a guy that goes in there and sometimes he finds something that's on secret clearance, and I see him with 2 shopping carts of this stuff, taking it out so he can sell it on Amazon and make a profit. But finding something on secret clearance and making a profit off of that is not the same thing as buying every bottle of water and then standing outside and selling little bottles of water for $10 a piece. Like, that's insane. He has 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer in his storage unit, and he doesn't know how to get rid of them. Give them away. Contact Amazon and make a deal to have them, Amazon come and pick them up to where you make a fair profit, and then have Amazon sell them themselves. There has to be a better way to get those in other people's hands. It is upsetting to me. As you can tell, I'm all harumphing and angry. I need to go and get in the shower. I need to go to sleep. I have to be up at 5 a.m. so I can go back to work tomorrow. This video is not going to take me long to make this video. Yet at the same time, I have spent a lot of time doing some other stuff today after I got off of work, mainly cutting stones. And I am going to be cutting more stones tomorrow at about 5 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Figure that out wherever you're at. I'm going to be live. Join me then. Like, share, subscribe. If you know anybody that find this video comedic, angering, whatever, share it with them. You can find this article, but I pretty much read it all to you poorly and screwed it up a few times here and there, but I'm including the pictures. I love you for watching. Don't forget to buy something from my Etsy store. I'm going to post some more stuff in my Etsy store really soon, because I have to get my electric skateboard up and going again. And I spent the money that other people purchased some stuff on food and toiletries for the apocalypse we're going through right now. And I don't have any money to buy the $150, $175 battery for my skateboard that I need. And I don't want to walk every day anymore. I'm on my feet for that 8 hours that I'm at the place. I'm not into walking to and from work. I'd rather have my electric skateboard going. So help me out with that. Buy some stuff in my store, or hit me up if you'd like something sold to you that's not in my store, or you want some sort of deal or something like that. I love you for watching, and I'll see you soon.